Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we are back again. We've got the Aussie Gliders and Coach ZoeyTwoDots. Let's get into it. Alright, everybody, here we are with ZoeyTwoDots and the Aussie Gliders, little cute Emolga. I love her logo, it's so adorable. Let's talk about the team here. Let's start with the gears. There's kind of two gears here, and I say kind of because I'm really trying to put together sort of what the thoughts are with this team. And the main one that I'm seeing is we're good with Reverse Trick Room. She's got two strong options with Mimikyu and Chandelure for Prison, or just going for a Reverse Trick Room here. Great for her having a bit of a speedy tiered team depending on what Pokemon we're talking about. The second one being around a strong Sun core in Torkoal and Lilligant. Obviously Lilligant with its regular ability Chlorophyll being super fast in the sun. Alright, let's break down the team with our Poké highlights. To start off, we have Gmax Appleton. Obviously Appleton, a super strong tank. It's got great special defense. It's okay on defense, but very strong in its Gmax form. Its signature move, Gmax Sweetness, is able to cure any condition on a Pokemon. So a great way to come in, Gmax, remove a burn, remove paralysis, even some sleeps from Pokemon. Also, super strong with Max Wormwind and Max Airstream coming off of it as well. A good Pokemon overall, an interesting bring for its Gmax form to draft as first pick. Next up, we have our Mimikyu, my little whimsy. I love Mimikyu, but play rough accuracy kills me sometimes. Obviously, a strong physical attacker. It's got Shadow Sneak, Phantom Force, play rough. It also can run Drain Punch. I find it to be great with a Life Orb set to be able to just really dish out some damage while still having its Disguise up, but you could also run more supportive sets with Reverse Trick Room and some debuffing moves as well. Next up we have Lumiere, or Chandelure, a great Pokemon overall, strong fire ghost type. It's got great special attack, it's got the move in Prison to block Trick Room from coming up. It also can play in Trick Room, it's in Trick Room, but it can survive in it. Strong with Overheat, Flamethrowers, Shadow Ball, very strong special attacker, also can run Dark Pulse for coverage as well. Next up, we got the Storm Drain, the unit that is Gastrodon. Gastrodon super strong in Season 1 and 2 with its Storm Drain ability to pull that Dracovish Vicious Rend and make it completely useless. Very strong Pokemon in Earth Power, Scald, Protect, and Recover to be able to just sit there, tank a lot of damage, and then heal it off like it didn't exist. Strong with the Rindo Berry, also good with leftovers as well, depending on the set you're trying to run. After that, we have regular Lapras. Obviously not the Gmax version, so no access to Gmax Resonance to set up the Aurora Veil, but still very strong with Max Hailstorm, Max Lightning, Max Geyser. It's got a great core in its ability to be tanky and also do okay to good amounts of damage depending on the set you're running, though its tankiness makes its damage a little less advantageous over its Gmax counterpart. After that, we have our beautiful little sun goddess in Lilligant. Lilligant, obviously, Chlorophyll ran most of the time. She'll be running next to Torkoal a lot this season, I can definitely tell. Very strong with its special attack, and to be able to do massive amounts of damage with Leaf Storm, Energy Ball. Also to be able to set up to go for the After You to let Torkoal immediately go first. Also, with the tech moves like Heal Bell and Worry Seed, to be able to change those abilities and make sure that Pokemon can't necessarily use their abilities to spite this team. Next up, we have the big pink blob in Quagsire. Quagsire, a great tanky Pokemon, very similar to Gastrodon though, in its general defensive bulky stats and move sets as well. Not too much different move-wise. Again, we're rocking Scald, Earth Power a lot of the time, Protect, and something else on it, usually Recover, but very strong still in a good ground-water type. Following that, we got the White Smoke himself in Torkoal. Torkoal really strong, self-sunsetting with Drought. Obviously could run White Smoke as well, but I highly doubt we'll see that ever come in this team. Setting the sun up for itself, it goes for those hard eruptions and heat waves after it takes some damage. Obviously can be running Protect as well to make sure that it can survive, dish out massive amounts of damage, and then set the sun for its teammate. Probably my favorite pick from the Aussie Gliders is Togedemaru. Togedemaru, the adorable little Pikachu clone with a great hidden ability in Sturdy. Setting this thing up with a weakness policy got me to Master Ball tier at least once now, so by far not a Pokemon to be slept on. Signature moves in Zing Zap to get those flinches, also running Iron Head, a unique Protect in Spiny Shell to be able to reflect some physical damage if something hits it, and then following up with U-Turn for good pivoting measure. Togedemaru, a great pick for this team. I want to see what kind of sets that Zoey's going to be running with it. After that, we have Meowstic Female. Meowstic Female, a bit worse off than the male version, obviously no longer getting Prankster as it has competitive as its ability. Still a strong supportive Pokemon with its ability to set Yawn, Fake Out, and just overall set up some massive amount of support for the team. I'm not sure how often we'll see Meowstic Female, but a good mascot pick nonetheless. Finally, wrapping up the team, we have Corsola here. Corsola having a variety of abilities, but we'll highlight Hustle for some extra physical damage, just like Durant. I highly doubt we'll see that one though, as most of the time I would expect her to be running Regenerator on it to regenerate its health on switch out. Obviously a great Pokemon with its water rock typing and its ability to run things like Curse, Strength Sap, Power Gem, Nightshade, and Mirror Coat or Grudge as well, to be able to really get some interesting support options for this team off. Also can be good at setting up the rocks for the team as well. Alright, let's talk leads. 90% of the time, my lead pick here is going to probably be Torkoal Lilligant. Torkoal obviously being super strong, setting the sun for itself and getting those major eruptions off, and Lilligant with its lovely speed tier being full at the top, and to be able to immediately after you eruption will be a great damage boost right out the gate to be able to smash into almost anything immediately for a lot of damage. Switching over to Heat Wave after Torkoal takes some damage is still a strong secondary option, and a lot of damage coming out if that's the first 2 turns of the match. Second to that, I could also see a lead of Mimikyu or Chandelure with another Pokemon out front, not necessarily a hard pick on which, just because a lot of teams are carrying Trick Room nowadays, and to have the either reverse Trick Room option or Imprison option there are going to be 2 good plays to be able to sort of sit there and say, no, I'm controlling speed for this match. Alright, let's talk gaps. The gaps that I have with this team are actually pretty simple and pretty easy to overcome. The Aussie Gliders have a lot of similar picks in their ground and water type and rock and water type picks. I would expect to see some transactions coming out of Zoey as the weeks move forward here, where she probably is going to switch. I would assume she'll keep Gastrodon. Gastrodon, I think, is the strongest pick out of the 3 of them here. But switching out Corsola and Quagsire for some other Pokemon here to sort of round out the team, I think would be a very smart option for her. Otherwise, my only other thought process here is the redirection that comes from a lot of the teams is going to put her in a very weird place if she doesn't lead Pokemon with spread moves out the gate. Finally, let's talk the match to watch. The match to watch, I think, this week shall be against A-Drive when she inevitably gets to play him. Obviously, a lot of random Pokemon here to sort of pick and choose what you're going to be mixing and matching against, while A-Drive's running a pretty standard setup for in Togekiss and Hail Team. Obviously, Torkoal going to be super strong against them if she can maintain the Weather War against A-Drive. Best of luck to Zoey as she starts her season of the WBE. There you have it, guys. We have another new coach for the WBE in ZoeyTwoDots and the Aussie Gliders. Hopefully you guys all enjoyed this breakdown. Make sure you go check out her breakdown up over here, and make sure you're clicking that subscribe button for all of our good WBE content over here. We'll catch y'all for the next one. Peace.